Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome if you're new. My name is Liz. Today's reading, we are looking at March 2024, the March predictions. We have tons of info, lots of cards. We've got the letters, the numbers, we're going week by week with the charms, and we also have the pendulum. We have 3 groups to choose from today, so I'll show you what we have. But really quick before we do that, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and the little bell so that you're notified of any of my future videos if you enjoy my channel. All of that really does help the channel, so thank you so much for liking and subscribing. So yeah, I will show you what we have here to choose from. So for group 1, we have this little cash register, and the little drawer actually opens. So that's what we have for group 1. Group 2, we have this little cottage, this little house I've had ever since I was little. And group 3, we have this really pretty pendant, or I think it was a keychain at one point. But this one really jumped out at me today when I was looking at items to choose. So if the rainbow is calling your attention, then you are group 3. And feel free to choose more than one if you're drawn to more than one. And if you're watching this and you feel like it doesn't resonate, that's okay. These readings are general, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I hope that there is a message for you today, but ultimately these readings are for entertainment, so have fun with it. Like I said, if something's not resonating, this could be for someone else, but again, hopefully there is a message for you. So I will put the timestamps below. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. If you'd like to check out my Patreon, that'll be linked below as well. So if you want to watch a new video every single week exclusive to Patreon and support the channel, that's one way to do it. Over on Patreon, that is also linked below. But yeah, let's jump in. I'll start with group number 1. Timestamps will be hello group 1. If you chose the little cute cash register, then this is your messages for March 2024. I'm super excited to get started today. We're just going to dive in. We're going to dive into your month ahead. I hope you're comfy. Maybe you have a tea. I made myself a tea here. Yeah, we're going to look at love. We're going to look at life in general, work, anything you need to know, any predictions that come up, major themes of the month. I'm never sure what's going to come up. It's always a surprise, so I'm excited to dive in. Let's see. We've got logical thinking just fell out of the deck. So logical thinking. So I feel this tells me you've got your wheels turning about something. Your wheels are turning. You're thinking about something. So it's asking you to think about it logically. You're approaching things logically in March. You're approaching things with like, I'm getting a plan, okay? A plan. Let's see what else we have here coming up. But logical thinking is a theme. On the reverse is emotional outburst. So it could also be saying like, in March, lean into the swords energy a little bit where you can. And what I mean by that is there could be a situation in March that if you pull back a little bit, pull back, get your space, your time to think something through, there could be a better result is what I'm getting. You've got the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. It's interesting because you chose the cash register, and I was kind of wondering, you know, you could be a business owner, you could be just wanting to save some money. I'm getting to, oh, interesting, you've got 6 of Cups there, but I'm getting to be cautious of emotional spending in March. Right now, I think planning, thinking logically, again, leading into that swords energy is going to be really helpful. Now, you do have some emotion here. We'll get into what this could be, but so far you've got like a lot here in your cards about practical thinking, logical, getting information, having like all of the information ahead of you before reacting. So I just want to get the rest of your cards, but we'll keep going here. I've got mushroom cards here. Group 1, what is happening in March? What is happening in March? Healing. Scarlet Elf Cup. That's an interesting looking mushroom. I might have to get the book for that one. I don't know. Oh, it's up on the shelf. Okay. Group 1, what is happening in March? April's being mentioned. That's really interesting. Okay, that's a lot of cards, but you know what? Why not? Things come out for a reason. That's a lot, though. You've got the bridge, successfully overcoming a problem, problems to be resolved. That's interesting. Good advice from a wise person. Egg, success assured with good plans and hard work. Interesting how this is coming together. Lighthearted, carefree time. A distant friend is thinking of you. You will receive a gift. This is a lot of cards. Danger, especially in money matters. Okay, so we've seen, last year, I think we saw that bear like 4 months in a row, 3 months in a row. It kept popping up. So here's the bear again, and I'll tell you what it is. Never a reason to panic. It's just something to be cautious of, okay? So why don't we just deal with the bear? We'll deal with the bear in the room first. So again, there could be temptation for like an emotional purchase, or to let your emotions guide your financial decisions in the month of March. March is going to be a month that could bring in opportunities for you. Okay, I'm getting some of you are getting a second chance, third chance, fourth chance at tackling some debt or tackling getting a handle on finances. But I think it's going to require you to create some sort of plan and really, really stick to it. I'm seeing that by April, you could see a huge improvement in whatever it is that you're trying to take charge of or figure out, okay? Something you're trying to figure out, a problem you're trying to solve. So I'm seeing a lot of potential for the month of March that by April, you're feeling like completely different about something. But I'm getting a couple of things. Number one, and this is something I was literally just talking about, but this is going to, it's going to require you to be very mature about your decision making, because you're in charge of you here. It's sort of, I'm getting sort of the thing of like parenting yourself in a situation. I just imagined, and this isn't, I'm not saying this is what you're doing, but I like to communicate the images that pop up into my mind. So I imagine like when we were young and we wanted this particular toy, and we really wanted it, but we weren't allowed to have it, or this chocolate bar, whatever it is. And then we had the emotional outburst or reaction. So there's going to be something, I think, in March that tempts you to sort of fall off track and sort of make a decision based out of emotional response, possibly nostalgia, possibly, something connected to even gift giving or something like that. I'm getting to keep your goal in mind and make a plan so that you can stick to it, okay? That's the first thing I'm getting that's coming through here. I'm getting the message to tell you to let now is the time for you to receive, okay? Close that cash register. Now is the time for you to receive. This might not just be finances. I'm getting a heavy financial undertone to this, but it doesn't necessarily have to be this. But I think you're overcomplicating something, okay? There's something that like it's easier, or it doesn't have to be as complicated. It can be a little bit more straightforward, a little bit more clear than it is right now. So something's been overcomplicated, and there's a solution that's a lot easier than maybe you're thinking right now, or maybe that's what you're figuring out in March. Again, I'm not really 100% sure what this is. If it's for you, you'll know what it is. But I'm seeing huge progress in 1 month. I think March for you is going to be a major month. I'm getting it as far as progress and possible second, third, fourth chances to do something. I'm getting your like feeling in control. I'm getting you're the boss of yourself in March. There's something you're like, yes, I'm the boss of myself, And I get this, right? Because like there's a lot of times I've made purchases or made decisions based on a want in that moment, but I think you've got some long-term plans here, and I'm getting that this month is a good month to prove to yourself. Girl, my dog just took a drink. She's so cute. It makes me laugh. Like a dog will just be laying there and then they get up and just drink. And I know that sounds funny, but I'm like, oh, that means in their little head, they thought, oh, I'm thirsty. I'm going to go get a drink. Anyways, I think weird things. Okay. So Okay, yeah, so there's something that I think it doesn't need to be as complicated as it is, okay? There's an easier solution, a more logical, practical solution, as long as you stick with it. I'm getting almost like someone telling you, like, it doesn't need to be complicated. Just stick with it, and you will see the results. Stick with it, you will see the results. Okay, so that's the first message that I'm getting here. You've got a problem popping up in March, but getting solved in March, which is really interesting because you've got these two cards. You've got the ink pot. So problems popping up in March, but through logical thinking, you've got a solution. You're overcoming a problem. So that's why I'm really getting like, I keep getting don't overcomplicate things. Simplify in March, okay? Simplify in March. Whatever that means for you, getting back to basics might be helpful. There's something about, I'm getting something, just do what has always worked. Like there's a certain way of doing something that has worked time and time again for either you or someone, possibly because you've got advice coming in. Like someone's going to give you a piece of advice that seems so obvious, but I don't know if it's the way that they're explaining it, but it's just going to click for you. It's just going to click. And it could be something you know. I mean, a lot of times I was actually just thinking of this. I was making my tea and I was thinking about a piece of advice that has come up in readings time and time again. And I keep just delivering the advice and then I realize, oh my gosh, I haven't followed that advice though. I haven't listened to that one piece of advice. So that could also be, what it's saying to you is this could be something logically, it's like, okay, I know what to do here, but this is the month you're actually putting it into action or you're taking charge of this particular thing. I do think that organization, especially when it comes to your finances in March, is going to be important, or with work documents, things like that. Your schedule, your work schedule, especially if you're self-employed, this is going to be really important for you, is scheduling, organization. I'm thinking too that whatever this problem is could be avoided through careful documentation and organization. There could be something you catch before it happens. Because this is happening, like we got these two cards together, it seems like a problem popping up and then you're able to quickly solve it, okay? So that's another good thing. One thing I want to say is you've got a distant friend thinking of you. You will receive a gift, and the Six of Cups. It's really interesting because these three things really go well together. The Six of Cups can be an old friend or somebody you knew in your past, somebody you have a lot of history with, somebody you really care about and love, giving you a gift, okay? This can oftentimes be a friend or somebody offering assistance as well. So that's interesting because that almost ties in the Owl card as well. But you've got somebody far away, either literally physically far away or just someone you haven't connected with in a while, that has something that they can help you with, or advice they can give you, or a gift, okay? This gift could be an opportunity. It could be simply, like we see in the image, flowers, or somebody thinking of you, and you might get a little piece of mail or something that has something small in it. It's like, I thought of you when I saw this, or something like that. But you could receive a gift or an opportunity, and this is linked to a friend, somebody you have history with, somebody who really cares about you and maybe you haven't talked to in some time. Okay, so that's coming through as well. Part of what I was saying earlier is something is easier, or it doesn't need to be as complicated as we've made it out to be at this point. Like, success assured with good plans and hard work. Like, there's something it's saying to you, if you follow A, B, C, like these steps, eventually with patience and dedication, you will get there. Okay, so this too could be linked to this good advice. Like I just feel like someone's giving you advice that you logically know, you really do know, but it just maybe took someone else rephrasing it or saying it in a different way to make something click. I keep getting paperwork, documentation, careful, like maybe writing down a plan for you might help you stick to it as well, or a budget if this is about money, because I think for a lot of you, I mean, you chose the cash register. That could have been subconscious, or it could have been, that could be something on your mind, but right now, financial planning could be something that's important right now. And also I'm getting being honest with yourself about something, being like truly honest with yourself. And this might involve going back into your past. I'm getting quite literally like looking at bank statements or going back in your past with something, old appointment book, something you're looking at in the past is helping clarify something now. So you could also be looking back at some sort of old pattern to help solve something now. I think intuitively the bear is telling me that there's something, again, like a temptation, or there's been too many temptations, or you haven't been thinking long term when it comes to something in regards to money matters. So earlier I was getting something about parenting yourself or having to kind of be in control of yourself. I have to tell myself no a lot of times with certain things, especially when it comes to like, oh, I'd really love to do this. I'd rather do this, but I should be doing this. So that's kind of the feeling I'm getting here. And again, we have April for a reason. I'm seeing a huge sense of control or even relief, healing, if you can stick to this plan. Okay, see what else is coming in here. I keep getting simplify, like it doesn't have to be, something's become way too complicated, I'm getting a word I don't even know what it means. I just listen. Mired. I don't know what that means, but I'm getting clogged with things that aren't like, I'm getting to streamline, simplify, declutter. Okay, so there's something you need to declutter. It could be actual physical items I want to mention. You could kind of be, I don't want to say robotic, but there is sort of like a robotic approach to things in March. So it's like, if I do this and this is the result. So it's kind of, it's almost mathematical. There's almost a mathematical approach to things in March. Money, your schedule, what it is you want to do, your routine, problem solving. It's telling you not, and especially when this problem pops up, try, and I'm a Scorpio, I'm reactive, I'm intense, but it's saying when this problem pops up, there's a logical and very straightforward solution. Give it a moment and it'll come to you, okay? It'll come to you. So when this happens, just remember this reading. It doesn't have to be complicated. And advice could also help you. Advice could help you with this. I'm seeing some sort of emotional healing taking place in March as well. And I think you're noticing it in a moment where something used to make you really reactive, but you seem to have a control on the response in March. So something that ordinarily, like maybe somebody pushing a particular button or something happening that ordinarily maybe would have had, and I want to reiterate, there's nothing wrong with an emotional response, but this is talking about emotional outbursts like versus logical thinking, right? So to me in this reading, it seems to be saying that logical thinking, stepping back, an analysis, a logical approach to something, again, a little bit more mathematical, not literally, but just that more of that left brain sort of approach to it is going to be your friend in March, right? Whereas other times, we're being told to listen to our intuition or really dig into our emotions. This is a little bit more like asking you to lean into that logical thinking first, okay? So again, I think that there could be something where it happens and you sort of realize, oh my gosh, you know what? 6 months ago, a year ago, that would have completely thrown off my day, but today I had a completely different response to it. Very interesting. Could be something at work, possibly. I want to read this to you. I just have to get the book. I have another tarot card actually to get you. Group 1. Anything else happening in March? 2 of Air just popped out. 2 of Swords. Yeah, this is making me think of the problem solving. I think there's something in March where, remember earlier I was saying, you already know the answer. It just might take a different perspective, the way somebody phrases something, watching what someone else does to solve a problem, writing something down, observing someone else do something, a little bit more research, but there's something, it's almost like by reframing this, it just clicks for you. So I think you're releasing a lot of blockages in March. Because I keep noticing we have April and we've got the blossoms here. You're having almost like breakthroughs in March. Lots of different breakthroughs. I'm seeing a relationship, possibly forgiveness or healing in a relationship because of clear communication and logical thinking. So it could be a conversation where you're able to communicate your emotions, but in a really like clear, concise way, and have like a really like mature conversation about it, where it's not like yelling, screaming, you know, anything like that. It's just like, okay, this is what I've been feeling, you know, having that very honest conversation could help. Okay, what do we have here? This is Scarlet Elf Cup. This is number 20. This mushroom deck like made me realize I know nothing about mushrooms, because not even half, like 90% of these I have no idea what they are. Okay, a time of healing is here or on its way. The Scarlet Elf Cup heals fresh wounds, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual. Will you drink from its cup? The wounds... Oh, I do think someone could reach out and ask for forgiveness, okay? Somebody you could have had a falling out with, somebody you could have just lost contact with. There could be some tension, not even tension, but maybe some distance. So there could be someone reaching out to you and them reaching out to you, contacting them contacting you, a conversation, a good laugh. Like, it seems to be really healing. Okay, be patient, but also make sure you don't let the wound stay open and fresh. Not only will you lose energy from this, but you will stay stationary until the gap is closed. You can't fill yourself with what you need or move forward if there's a leak. Where are you losing energy? Where are you letting your wounds stay open? You can learn to grow and heal when you take the time to understand the lesson. So there's something you're understanding the lesson from as well. Or you're taking something from it. This is one of the situations where we look back, it's like, yes, that happened, but I know this now, or this is what I'm taking from it. Once the lesson is learned, you no longer need to keep repeating the pattern. Yes, I keep thinking March is going to be like you're breaking through some sort of barrier. So if you are stuck on a repeating pattern that you can't seem to break, ask yourself, what do I need to learn from this? When we start to look at the world and people as teachers, interesting, we move from victim to student. Look at situations without the emotional charge. I just have chills. That's this card. Isn't that fantastic? I love when that happens. This card directly connects to this. Look at situations without the emotional charge and see it from a higher perspective. So yes, absolutely. There's a situation in March where you're able to look at it from a different perspective, from a more logical place, and possibly even a little bit more of a compassionate place. You know, a little bit more of like, you know, maybe there's something you can kind of relate to a little bit more now that you've had a step back. Scarlet Elf Cup may also be asking us to help heal the wounds of others. Are you feeling called to service? Are there bridges? Are there bridges that need mending? That could be this problem. You know, there could be someone expressing feelings to you or something that you weren't even aware of, you know, or that could be you. So many bridges are like, again, this March for you this is April, okay? This is a month of renewal for you. Not March itself, but April. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Because March is the month where I think you are getting a handle on things, getting control of certain things, problem solving, cracking codes is coming through. Where can you create healing in your life and with those around you? Every random act of kindness has incredible healing properties. So this gift could also be causing you to pay it forward. Earlier I was getting learn to accept, like you have a hard time accepting. So I'm getting to learn to accept, but there could be something you're able to pay forward as well. When I was talking about earlier with the gift, it's like, I think that there's something about you and spending on gifts. So is there something, because I kept getting earlier about like emotional spending. So is there a way to still give this gift or do something nice for someone without it interfering with your financial goals? Okay, so generosity is beautiful, but you know, a lot of times it's we feel like we need to give and give and give and give. So I'm getting, maybe this is something you're taking a look at here. So there could be a gift you're giving, but you're it could be something you make, or like giving something to someone, like an item that you used to have that reminds you of them, or, you know, something like that is coming through. But let's see what's happening in romantic relationships, love and romantic relationships in March. Some of what we already talked about could absolutely connect, such as the problem solving, the healing, hearing from an old crush could definitely be there. So let's see, group 1, what is happening in March romantically? We've got 2 romance angels here. What do we have? Attraction and trust. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Okay, so let me just get a little bit more info here. Okay, where are we here? These are all mixed up. What happened? Okay. So one thing in March for you is, I think you're feeling really good about certain things that you're doing, different changes you're making in your life. And even though you're taking sort of charge of possibly a lot of serious things, you seem to be, I feel like you're feeling very confident in March, okay? You're feeling really confident about certain things. So this itself, I think, is essentially like, I'm trying to communicate what's coming through. It's like you're getting a control on certain things, and this is improving things for you later to possibly connect with someone if you haven't met someone and that's what you want to do. Like, it seems like problems you're solving now are getting you sort of on that, in the right direction of something. Problems you're solving now. Interesting. I'm just going to get some more cards, and I want to read this sort of intuitively, because I'm picking up on a situation where you're sort of unsure of what's going to happen with this connection. It's just saying, please trust. Just have faith that it's working out. Like, if it's not working out now, there could be a reason. You know, have faith. Group 1, what is happening in love and relationships? The butterfly. Relationship evolving to the next phase. Healing the inner child. We had 6 of Cups, and you had healing. What are the odds of that? Look at that. Healing. 6 of Cups. So that is a theme of your month too. Like, there's some healing taking place. There's lots of change happening in your life. And this is part of it. You know, I think you're wondering, okay, why hasn't this change happened yet? Why haven't I gotten to this next phase yet? Why haven't I met this person? It's happening. It's just saying, have faith in the time that it's taking. A relationship right now, it's asking you to just trust in how it's evolving, trust in the changes that are taking place. Maybe it's not happening the way that you imagined or the way that you think it should happen. It's just saying, have faith in the way things are progressing, the way things are changing. If it feels like nothing's changing, have faith. Remember, like, the butterfly is literally emerged in a cocoon of goo. We always skip from like butterfly or caterpillar to butterfly. We always skip the kind of waiting time in between. So if you feel like you're waiting for something, or something's not happening, or you're wondering why something's not changing, it is. It's just taking some time. And I think you're growing so much. I think you've changed. I think this is a big year for you, I'm sensing. I feel like every month there's change, even if you can't see it. Healing heart. What are the odds of this? Healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. So yeah, you've got healing as like a keyword for March. So take that how it resonates, but lots of healing taking place. Could be from a previous relationship, and maybe this is a time where you're just listening to what you want to do. Like, this person, what I always love about this card is they are not really paying attention to anything else but the moment, what they want to do, what feels good for them. So I think that's sort of what you're doing. You might resonate with freedom from toxic relationship or addiction, you know? This could be something else you're healing from. It's asking you to trust. Okay, they're saying that's it for those. Let's see. Why don't we get a tarot card for love, and then we'll skip to the charms. Group 1, what is happening in love and relationships? You could be... I don't know, though. What I was going to say is you could be hearing from somebody from your past, but I don't think so. This feels more... Because earlier it was like a distant friend is thinking of you. I think it's more about a friend who you're hearing from the past. A distant friend is thinking of you. Okay, what's happening in love? But yeah, lots of healing for you. March, what's happening for you? 8 of Swords. Right now I feel like you're feeling limited with what you can do about a situation. You feel like something's sort of out of your control, or you're feeling, yeah, I'm getting like limited, overwhelmed. It could be, I'm getting something possibly about like a relationship that can't go anywhere right now, or it feels like nothing's really changing. You might feel sort of stuck in a certain situation, or this could even be pattern of thinking possibly. But it's saying like have trust. The situation's asking for you to have faith. I'm getting, you might think it can only be this one person, but it's not. There's others. There's others. Yeah. Page of Wands. You know, I think that for love and relationships right now, this is going to be a month of discovery, of new opportunities. And too, with the Page of Wands and attraction, this could be also you kind of like discovering what it is that you're attracted to, or what you like, or like what you're passionate about. There could be flirty messages coming in. Some flirty, like somebody saying they're very attracted to you, because I think you've caught someone's attention. You've caught someone's interest. So maybe this is something you want to explore, is what I'm getting. Very interesting. We'll see if the charms have anything to do with love as well. Let's get to your charm. Okay, adjusted the camera a little bit. We're going to do your charms next, group 1. So we've got all of your cards here. We're going to take a look and see what is happening week by week. Okay. We'll get you a few dates of the month. Oh, there was a 12 in there already. So March 12th could be especially important. You've got March 10th, 5th, and the 12th being mentioned, okay? All right, so let's take a look here. Oh, look how cool. You've got the whistle twice. Okay, so this is really interesting. I don't want to skip ahead, but I think that's really strange how we have 2 whistles here. So thirsty, just whistle, you've got the whistle. So something's calling your attention in the 4th week. Something's getting your attention quickly. Somebody could be trying to get your attention for sure. Maybe we'll and it could be of an emotional nature. So somebody's trying to get your attention in the 4th week. Now, what could that be, though? Interesting. I don't know, but something is. we'll get there when we get there. First, let's start with the first week here. Okay, you've got the Treasure. You've got, there's new hope for projects you had almost given up on. Oh, so that's really cool too, because you could come up with a solution in March, like through logical thinking. You could have like sort of a practical plan, or kind of, there's a large theme of like getting yourself unstuck in the month of March. So yeah, there could be like a new solution or something that comes up in the first week that causes you to look at something different. So maybe you didn't think something would work, or you didn't think you would be able to make something work. In March, you're sort of having a bit of like a breakthrough and you're able to move forward with something. You have the card about getting a gift or receiving a gift. You've got the bow in the first week. So I would be willing to bet it's happening in the first week or around the first, part of the month. Okay, so some sort of gift. You could also, again, be giving some sort of gift as well. Okay, so let's see. Number one, I feel like you're trying, earlier I was saying, there's something you're trying, like there's way too much, you're trying to do way too much at once. So simplifying, I think it would benefit you to do in the first week, okay? Simplifying. Multitasking in the month of March might not be ideal. I know it's difficult, especially when you have lots of things to do, but I'm getting to focus on one thing at a time in the month of March, okay? Especially in that first week. You've got the treasure here, so it's really cool because that looks too like the box here. So you'll receive a gift, you've got the treasure, and you've got the bow here. So I feel like this gift, this opportunity, whatever this is that's entering your life that's a surprise, is possibly happening in the first week, or around the first week, or it's starting, like something's starting in the first week. So that's really cool. You've got the glasses. This can be about clarity. Clarity is the word that's coming through today, because I feel like you're getting very clear about things. I feel like you're solving problems, you're thinking very practically, analytically, very logically. There's that you seem to kind of, it's almost like you're seeing the problems and you're knowing how to fix them. It's really interesting. And this, again, is moving you forward. I'm seeing such a difference between March and April for you. I feel like a lot can happen in that time. The second week is really cool too. Let's just look at what we have here. Oh, I didn't talk about this one. This can be one-on-one time with someone. This can be this distant friend that's thinking about you. This could be, one-on-one time with somebody. This could be to do with the healing message that you got. I'm just looking at your cards here. But it just represents like one-on-one time with someone, close time with someone. Okay, so you've got the arrow from the first week to the second week, so you're moving forward, things are moving along smoothly. You've got the hermit here, you've got the bird, you've got the lock, the broom, the fish, the airplane, and the caution. So let me just look at this. Oh, and the umbrella. Let me just look here first. Okay, so one thing I'm seeing in the second week, is you seem very aware of what could potentially cause you to, I'm getting, because with the broom and the little, what do you call this? Pylon? What is this? But yeah, the little caution thing here. This makes me think that you're sort of spotting a potential problem before it happens, and you're able to sort of prevent it. Okay, so there's a feeling of like being able to kind of protect yourself from something. In the second week, you might be a little bit of a homebody. You might be sort of craving some alone time as well. Second week, you could feel a little bit more introspective, a little bit more to yourself. I'm kind of seeing like you just kind of want to be at home, lock yourself in, and have some alone time. This could be to get some things accomplished. This could be to take care of a few things, to problem solve. You could also need some space from someone as well, okay? Like we talked about earlier, there could be a need to sort of step back and think about some things. This is making me think of a salmon. I don't know if it is a salmon, but it's making me think of a salmon. So I'm thinking of like, there's somewhere you're possibly returning in the second week. There's a feeling of returning somewhere. Then you've got the broom. This literally could be you simplifying, cleaning, like literally cleaning your house in the second week could be really important to you. But yeah, you seem to kind of like you're a little bit more guarded in the second week, possibly. The airplane can talk about things taking off. It can talk about movement. It can talk about travel. It can talk about, I'm getting sort of like expansion, or yeah, I'm getting the word expansion today. Like possibly even getting out of, but it's interesting because you seem like you're really at home, so I don't know that it would be travel. So something possibly taking off. But you've got the plane and the bird here too. They almost like look the same here. Different perspectives, a higher perspective, possibly. Freedom. Interesting. Let me know what you think that might be for you. I'd be interested to hear. Into the third week, you've got the lucky charm. So something lucky could happen in the third week. You're feeling really lucky in the third week. You're also feeling very at peace with something. This, I think, is when all the healing messages come in, okay, with the star, with the peace sign. So there's definitely a feeling of like feeling healed, feeling hopeful. With the scissors, this can talk about release. There's something you're cutting out or releasing from your life in the third week. So this seems like honestly a sort of a peaceful week. Not much else happening there. And then in the fourth week, we've got the 2 whistles, which is interesting. So whistles can be about a pause. Whistles can be when we're trying to get somebody's attention or make ourselves like we're trying to get someone's attention. So that's what I feel like it is. I think someone's trying to get your attention. You've got the shell here, which to me sort of connects to this shell. I'm just going to speak whatever comes up, but somebody who's like, was feeling sort of like worried about messaging you or talking to you or getting your attention in the second week could be feeling ready by the by the fourth week, possibly. Very interesting. I'd love to hear what you think from these charms today as well. Of course, like feel free, read along with me. Let me know what you think. Very cool. Okay, let's get some letters. You've got so I'll just flip these over and then I'll let you look at them. Lots of A's. So you've got you, you've got I love you to the moon and back. I think someone's asking for forgiveness or something in March. Okay. Let me know what you see. I'm not always the best at finding the words, so let me know what you see. If you need to pause the video, you can. Okay. Seeing year, gear, see, wait, gate, test, create, store. Kind of cool with the cash register. Let me know what you see. If you also look in the comments, there's always great suggestions. So let's do your pendulum next. And that'll be good for today. Okay. Okay. Think of your yes or no question. You've got a maybe. Okay, so you've got a maybe for today. So let me know what you think of this group 1 of your March predictions. I'd love to hear at the end of the month what does and doesn't happen. Does this make sense already? I'd love to hear it, and we will see you next time. Group 2, if you chose the cute little house, then this is your messages and predictions for March. Stay tuned for the end because we're going to get letters, numbers, we've got the charms. We're going to go week by week. But first, let's start with your cards. We'll see what is happening for you for the month ahead. So what is happening in March? Let's see what these 3 cards are. You've got the King of Wands, the King of Cups, and the 3 of Wands. Okay. Friends and family. New idea. Okay. I'm seeing you feeling very fulfilled in both your professional and your home life in March, okay? And we'll get more into it and what that is. But things are looking good both emotionally and possibly professionally or just creatively, especially for you. It doesn't have to be professionally. You could also work from home, okay, with the little house that you chose that just came through. You could have a work from home job that you could get a new idea. But either way, things both at home seem great, and then also possibly professionally or creatively. So let me just adjust these so you can see everything. Got lots more cards to get to. Okay. All right, group 2, what is happening in the month of March? You've got 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups. Yeah, your connections seem solid in March. Absolutely great. I'm seeing a really emotionally mature relationship or person in your life in March. Somebody who is very... I keep getting emotionally mature. So there's somebody who is really able to express their emotions. This one flew out. Oh, look, you got good news. So you've got good news coming in March. This is great. What else is happening in March? Group 2, what's happening in March? Let's just go with this one. Flowers, happiness. Okay, let's get one more. Oh my gosh, money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. Okay, wow. Group, let's get you a mushroom, group 2. Sorry. There we go. This idea that pops into your mind in March could very well be leading you to more abundance, more money. Could be something to do with, I keep getting at-home business because you do have King of Wands too. So you could just be somebody who, and not everyone wants to start a business or be self-employed. Not everyone should be self-employed, right? I'm not telling you this is what you have to do or should do, but if you chose group 2, there could be a good chance that you're somebody who is somebody who's very comfortable, enjoys being self-employed, or even just doing something on the side that they're passionate about. So you could even be getting a good idea with that. And I feel like whatever this is, you're seeing it happen quite quickly. Okay, there's a feeling of something happening quite quickly. Okay, March 2024, what's happening for group 2 in March? What's happening for group 2 in March? You've got timing with Dead Man's Fingers. That's an interesting mushroom. I was saying to group 1, this deck taught me one thing for sure, and that's I don't know a lot about mushrooms at all. I thought I did, and I don't. So I do have the book for that. It's a really fun deck, so I think we'll read that at some point. But let me just intuitively look at your cards first and tell you what's coming through, and then we can go a little bit deeper. So yeah, one of the first things that's coming through here is if you do have a business or an idea, a creative idea, something in March, I see it kind of moving along quite quickly. It could lead lots of places is what I'm getting. But one of those places is a path with money waiting for you to find it. So I'm thinking there's this idea, and I feel, for me, I feel like you've got a lot of them. I feel like you've got a lot of ideas sort of always in your mind. I feel like you're a creative person, very creative. And I think sometimes that can be difficult because when you're someone who has lots of ideas, it can almost be overwhelming. And then we think, okay, well, one day, right? So I feel like for you, this new idea, there's something where you feel like, okay, this is worth exploring. This is really worth exploring. Okay, so I'm really curious to hear if you know what this is, but you seem to be, I'm getting you're sort of taking charge of something and getting something started. You're getting something started. The reason I say getting something started is important because with the Three of Wands here, new idea, King of Wands, this doesn't seem like the idea like where you're going to end up, you know, going into Four of Swords. Okay, let me think about it. This seems like, okay, now's the time. Like the time with timing, the time is now. Like there's something now that'll be different for each of you, right? It doesn't mean, you know, invest into a business right away, but there's something where you really need to kind of take the lead with it and get it started now, or else you could end up postponing it or delaying it. You know, this could be a hobby, this could be a business idea, this could be an idea for an existing business or work that you already do. This could be YouTube, this could be TikTok, any sort of content creation, music, writing, whatever this is for you, even just a personal goal. But the key here is to take charge now. Timing is of the essence, and the time is now. There's opportunities sort of floating in right now that you might be able to grasp onto with this idea. It kind of feels like things are sort of just lining up. You get this idea and then there's an opportunity. So I'm getting to stay aware, keep your eyes open, be aware of what's around you, and be ready to take charge with this. Again, you're going to have to kind of take the lead with something. You're going to possibly have to make phone calls, make contacts, get things started, do the research, make the plan. I'm getting mapping things out because again, I don't know if I already said it, but it feels like an idea that kind of sticks out from the others. I do feel like you come up with a lot of really creative, unique ideas. You know, it might be one of those things where you think of an idea and you see someone else doing it later, months later, you think, oh, I should have done that, you know, when I thought of it. So again, now is the time. If you've got an idea, it's time to at least get it going with the Three of Wands. Like to me, this is you've got the skills, okay? You've got the creativity. It's time to move things forward, okay? Whether this is a new idea you've already been thinking of or a new one that pops in, you know, in March, it'll really depend. Okay, I do think you've got good news here. So I might want to ask the cards, you know, what this is, but you've got good news. This could be connected to friends or family or some sort of relationship. But, you know, your relationships do seem to be of a strong focus in March, okay? This could just be more time together, you know, some time to do some fun things together, you know, get together, a dinner. You could be invited to a dinner. I'm getting to take advantage of this time. Timing seems to be a thing here. And what I think it's talking about is there's no better time like the present, right? I think we can be like, oh, you know, I'll do that one day, or yeah, I was talking about this recently. You know, when you bump into somebody, you know, at the grocery store or an old friend, you think, hey, we got to get together, and it just doesn't happen. So for you, I think March is going to be a month to make it happen. Like whether it's a new idea or a get together, a dinner, you know. You don't have to wait for things to be perfect to get things started. So let's read timing really quickly and then we'll keep going. But you've got some fantastic cards here, I have to say. I'm seeing something about a relationship. I think there's a person in your life, okay? It's more of a masculine energy. It doesn't have to be, but that I think they've expanded their viewpoint on something, or they have a better understanding, and you're seeing more, you're a little bit more on the same page, I think, okay? They've got a better understanding of your emotions. Okay, so there's something about this person has done, they've possibly done some healing, or they've matured in regards to something. Okay, let's see. Timing is key here. Are you needing to wait until the time is right, or do you try and try again until you achieve the right time? Some things can't be rushed and other things are time sensitive. So if you have the power to control the timing to work in your best interest, do so. So if you have the power to control the timing to work in your best interest, do so. That's interesting. Okay, if you know when the time is right, wait until then and don't rush it beforehand. Just as you grow seeds to plant, you can't plant seeds in the wrong season and expect them to grow. So this could be saying this is the season, because you got the Three of Wands, this could be the season to plant this idea. If you're uncertain what the right time is, just keep moving until you do know. If it's important, strategy could be important here too. The right time will appear. Timing is a funny thing. If you wait too long, you can miss the boat. Three of Wands. This is often referred to as the ships coming in card. I just have to plug this in. Sorry, not to lose my momentum here, but okay, group 2, I'm back. Sorry, I just had to plug that in, and then I thought about this card with what that just said. It said, like, because it talked about two things, like feel, oh, there it is. Okay, so this is 100% what I think is happening here. Let's reread that for just 1 second here. Timing is a funny thing. If you wait too long, you could miss the boat. So this Three of Wands, you've got these two Three of Wands. This is the one you got, but this is the one I was thinking of. There's something in March where it's like, it's going to be perfect timing. It's going to be perfect timing to launch something, to really dive into an idea, to explore this new idea, to research this new idea. Launching, I think, is big for a lot of you. If there's something creative you've been wanting to do it, March is the time to fully dive in. I keep getting there's no time like the present. There's no time like the present. Okay. Oh, listen to this. So timing is a funny thing. If you wait too long, you can miss the boat. Or if you arrive early, you might think the boat has left, but it hasn't come in yet. Oh, that made me think of something. I feel like you think you might have missed timing with something. You might have missed a chance or opportunity with something. I'm getting no. You haven't. You definitely have not. It's still arriving. Let your intuition be your guide and let everything unfold in divine timing. Don't push because you are impatient. Let it come to you because you are both in vibrational alignment. Look at the reasons around why you might not be achieving something and see what you have to learn from it. What are some reasons why you think you might not go for these dreams or implement these plans or start this thing, or, you know, because I'm seeing that you have it in you. I'm noticing lately, I'm getting a lot of messages about people taking the lead in certain things. I'm getting lately a strong message of like, no one's coming to push you. No one's going to come and say, okay, the boat's here, come on. You know, no one's going to say, hey, I know that you thought of a really good idea. Why don't we start it? No one's going to come and do that. So it's going to be up to you to kind of take charge with this. Remember, time only exists in the physical realm. You are a limitless being who can transcend time and space. When you learn your lesson, you break patterns and cycles. So if you do the inner work, shifts can happen instantly. When you learn your lesson. So there could be also something you're having a deeper understanding of in March when it comes to you, your dreams, your goals, your ideas. Okay, so you could have a deeper understanding. One thing I want to say is things are happening quicker than you think in March, okay? And this could be about a lot of things, but things are happening quicker than you think. And this could also be connected to this good news, something you've been waiting for, something you've been, you know, wondering, when is this going to happen? It can happen earlier than you think. I'm getting something could arrive earlier than you think in the month of March, okay? So pay attention, stay aware, okay? Just keep your eyes on the prize, okay? You've got happiness. So again, I do feel like there's something you're either attending. I'm picturing like a dinner or something like that, but you're feeling really good about your relationships, both with friends, family, and possibly romantic. We'll pull some romance cards in a second, but Two of Water, your partnerships, they're reciprocal, you know, they're flowing. There seems to be a good understanding. So if that's been an issue previously, it seems like everyone seems to be understanding each other. It's very reciprocal, very caring. There could be possibly a new connection. We'll see when we pull some love cards, but there could be a new connection. And because this is coming through strongly as somebody else, the King of Cups, but these could also be situational. These could also both represent you. You know, these both could represent someone else. I do feel like the King of Wands represents your energy when it comes to this new idea, but take it how it resonates. Okay, you've got fire signs, water signs here as well. So, okay, getting strong Pisces energy here. Okay, so, okay, let me just see what else I'm getting before we jump to relationships. Ever nice. Looks people having a nice little picnic, nice little lunch. I want to kind of get some clarification on this happiness card. Let me get another tarot card. Okay, so flowers. What is this happiness card talking about? 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, things seem happy at home. Friends and family. Things seem happy on the home front. Things seem comfortable. You know, this is a feeling of security. It just seems like March is one of those cozy months where, you know, nothing is necessarily causing too much stress when it comes to relationships between friends and family. You could find things like if something does come up, it's quickly resolved possibly. Again, there's a feeling of like reciprocal energy or a better understanding. There seems to be possibly a feeling of just wanting to be at home or just be with friends and family. There could also be travel involved with this. Okay, so someone could be visiting you. You could be visiting family. That could definitely be happening as well. This money path card seems pretty significant. I know I haven't touched on it a lot, but I do think it's connected to this idea. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. So it's waiting for you. It's there. The opportunity is there. It's just a matter of, are you going to trust yourself enough to take the lead with this? But yeah, happiness. Things seem secure, comfy. I love that you have the home and you got the 10 of Pentacles. So again, there's that feeling of family, friends, the home, cozy dinners. I'm getting like nice, happy dinner or something like that, or a dinner you're attending, possibly even with friends, or just something nice you're doing. Could be spontaneous too, I want to mention. This doesn't necessarily have to be planned. Sometimes the funnest things kind of happen spontaneously. You know, a friend could stop by. It's like, hey, have you eaten yet? No, let's cook something, or, you know, let's put in some apps or something like that, or, you know, watch a movie at home or something like that. You could also be working on some things at home too. Working on these ideas at home, kind of just feeling like, I don't know, there's a kind of a feeling of more so exploring, but there could also be a feeling of like wanting to do some things to your home, you know, possibly when it comes to this new idea, possibly making your area, your space a little bit more efficient to get some work done on. I just imagine someone clearing stuff off of a desk. So very cool. Yeah, but you got good news coming in. This seems pretty solid group too, I have to say. Let's see. I just want to see if there's good news in regards to a home, purchase of a home. Okay, so if you have your house for sale or savings for a home or something, or there could be a little bit more like security coming in regards to a home, because you did choose the home. So the home is a strong theme for your reading. Decorating, moving, relocating, someone visiting, but the home is, I'm getting an anchor. I don't know what that means. Okay, let's get you some charms here. Or not charms. Romance messages. We'll do charms in just a minute. So let's get you some romance angels. Let's see what they have to say. Okay. Group 2. What is happening in love and relationships for group 2 in the month of March? What's happening with relationships? Let's see. Anything else we need to know? Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual paths. You could feel a spiritual connection with somebody. You could be meeting someone who has very similar beliefs as you about life, spiritually, possibly the same, you know, religious beliefs or religious background possibly. But again, there's a feeling of having a deep understanding with somebody. And that's really nice because it seems to be like running through your whole reading in regards to like the relationship aspects of the reading. There's a feeling of like a really mature relationship with like a deep understanding. And I do see somebody's done a lot of reflecting, or they understand something a little bit better. So this could even be in regards to that. Give your relationship a chance. So if you're in a relationship now, maybe that's where I'm getting the deeper understanding. Earlier I was talking about someone has understands more your point of view in regards to something. So that could also be happening. Somebody could come to you and say, look, you know what, I'm understanding more what you were talking about. You know, something like that could happen. So, and there could also be somebody, like if you're single right now, there could be somebody, I'm going to pull one more card if you are single, because I feel like this is more so talking about anyone who's watching that's currently in a connection. There's a connection you seem to want to work on. You want to give it a chance. You want to work through a few things. So, you know, that could be important. I'm getting there's possibly some, maybe with religious factors and all of this friends and family message, maybe the two of you did grow up differently, right? Maybe there's some different beliefs that you're sort of trying to work through, or you've had to work through. I think this is more so talking about you've got a spiritual connection with somebody. You've got a really strong spiritual connection. It's deeper than, it's very deep, okay? You've got a very deep is the word. There's a deep emotional and spiritual connection with somebody. This person was put in your life for a reason. I think you teach each other lessons is what I'm getting. You've taught each other a lot of lessons. You could have past life history with this person. Okay, any messages for my single viewers? Messages for single viewers. Honeymoon. Interesting, because that's usually associated with like marriage, but honeymoon can also represent travel. You did have the 3 of Wands. There could be some travel, you know, happening in March, or travel plans potentially. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. You know, of course, take what resonates, but this could be talking about meeting someone, you know, traveling. Okay, let's see. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. This could be talking, if you are single, about meeting somebody that you have similar goals for travel in the future. You want to go to the same place. You end up having a conversation. It's like, you know what, I've always wanted to go to Italy. And they're like, oh, I've always wanted to go to Italy, or something like that. My family's from Italy. You know, something like that could definitely be happening. But I like the boat symbolism too, because I think there's a relationship that's flowing. I think I said that earlier, but there's a relationship that's flowing. It could be it's flowing better now than it was, but it's flowing. It's you know, you're on the same page. It's reciprocal. It seems easy or easier. March. What's happening with relationships in March? What's happening with relationships in March? Oh. Oh, okay. You've got Girl Talk and Lightning. Lightnings can talk about epiphanies, realization, so sudden change, shocking news, surprise. I think it's more surprise, epiphany. So you could have a realization, upheaval, transformation. So yeah, lightning bolt is like, I'm picturing like at the end of Clueless when Cher says, I love Josh. So there could be a realization about deeper feelings in regards to somebody. Somebody else, I think, is having a realization about something that you said that they've given some thought to, and they have a better understanding. I keep thinking someone is feeling a lot more ready to deal with something. At the time, they might not have been, but now they're feeling ready. And I think somebody's also done some healing as well. You've got Girl Talk, so time with friends. Absolutely, you had friends and family. Moving on. Happy single. So if you are single, you seem to be living in the moment, having some fun in March and just enjoying yourself. And who knows, this could be, if you are looking for a relationship, something, you know, you could be even traveling with friends, right? And then you meet someone, or, you know what I mean? Like, it's funny how things happen. But if you are single, right now is a good time to just be with friends. Enjoy the time. It's not going to be forever. So enjoy this time with your friends, you know. So if you're feeling like in a rush to meet someone, don't worry, you know, don't worry. It's going to happen. Things have a way of working out the way they're supposed to. So definitely just enjoy this time. Have some fun. Get together. Like we see 3 friends here, you know, having some lunch or something. So yeah, enjoy the time. So hopefully something made sense here. I hope it did. Got lots of information today. So I'm just sort of trying to communicate everything that comes through. I like to get lots for the month ahead. So okay, let's do charm. Okay, group 2. I had to clear off some charms here. But it was funny because while I was setting up your charm tray, I was sort of talking to myself, and I was like, hocus pocus, you need to focus. It was funny is the mushroom you got reminded me of Billy Butcherson from Hocus Pocus. Dead Man's Toes, well, Dead Man's Fingers, but I was thinking of Dead Man's Toes when Sarah's saying that in the movie. So Hocus Pocus might be relevant to you, I don't know. But anyways, okay, let's do your charms next, group 2. I've got the charm tray here. So this represents the 4 weeks of the month. It doesn't mean it's just happening in that week, but just have fun with it. We'll get some charms next. Look what you got, lightning. Okay, one fell out here on the floor, so I have to go find that. What else? I think I heard another one, maybe not. Okay, what was it? Oh, oh my gosh, look what landed there. The light. Oh, the light bulb. It wasn't the light bulb. Okay, I have chills today. Lightning and light bulb. You are coming up with ideas in March. Write them down, okay? They're going to be flooding in, but there's going to be one special one, okay? Or one that you feel like could potentially lead you to this money path. You know, so even if it doesn't mean you're launching something or starting a business, it doesn't have to be something huge, but there's an idea worth exploring, but exploring now. Don't put it off. Explore it now. What is this idea? Research it, look it up, ask questions. Maybe this King of Wands is somebody that you can kind of learn from or can kind of be a little bit of a leader. I'm getting it more so as a message for you to take the lead with something. Lately, I've been getting messages of like, no one's coming to push you. No one is coming to pull you out of bed or put you in front of a desk to work. Like sometimes I know I have to remind myself, like, if I want to get this done, if I want this goal, I have to push myself. I have to. Okay. And I have a hard time doing that. You've got a tantalizing prospect will come your way 100%. So this is what I think is going to happen with your 3 of Wands. There's going to be something in March. I don't know what it is yet. It hasn't happened yet, right? I'm recording this in February. But in March, there's something coming in and you might just stumble upon it. It could connect with your idea. But it's like, are you getting on or no? Like, we're going. Are you like, so there's going to be an opportunity. It could have to do with travel even, take what resonates. But I think the first week is going to be a week where this realization, epiphany, new idea, first, second week, this fell on the floor. So I just put it on the second week, but this fell on the floor. So it's like your whole month, you've got this light bulb as a theme here. I'm actually surprised we didn't get the light bulb charm, this one here. I really would have screamed if we had. You've got the octopus. This can be about balance. This can be about multitasking. So there could be a lot to do in the first week as well. It could be saying organization, having a plan with your King of Wands could be really helpful as well. You've got the plane, so there could be travel. You do have the 3 of Wands, which connects with travel. So it could be some travel or travel plans taking place in the month of March as well. I like that you have this little pot of gold with your money path card. So there's something connecting to treasure, money, abundance in the second week. All right. You've got believe in yourself. So I think that's sort of just talking about this whole theme we have for you is like believing in yourself, believing in your idea enough to give it a chance. You've got the gumball machine. The gumball machine connects to me to what you're investing your time into, you'll get a reward for. So you're putting in time, you're putting in effort, in this case, a quarter, you're getting something back, you're getting a return. So in the second week, I think you're going to see a lot of, like this card can talk about quick results or something happening a little quicker than maybe you thought, or not even necessarily quicker, but finally, sometimes it's a feeling of relief of like, yes, there, it's happening. You've got the little ice cream cone, which to me connects to enjoyment, enjoying yourself, doing something fun. So I think have fun with this, find moments of fun, find things that you enjoy throughout the month of March. I do think this could even be literal. This could be you and with your friends and family card, going out for ice cream. That could be a good idea of something to do. I love that you have lightning twice. Sudden change, news, surprise, epiphanies. Wow. I like when that happens. Third week, you've got a 3. Okay, that could also be the 3rd. Let's get you a few numbers before we keep going here. 11 and 1. You've got 111. Interesting. So March 1st, March 11th, March 13th. Oh, we've got a 6 here too. March 16th, 13th, 11th, 1st. In the third week, you also have the key. The keys represent solutions, answers, a way forward. It can represent solving a problem. It can represent having an answer. You've got the bird. This can represent freedom, perspective, having a higher perspective or a different view of something. In this case, I'm getting freedom. You also have the 10 of Wands. This can also represent just hard work. Like I'm getting something you're doing, you're putting in a lot of effort in the third week. Honestly, March for you seems like a busy month. It seems like a very active month, both socially and to whatever this idea is. So you've got a lot going on. I wouldn't say March is going to be a restful month. If you're hoping for it to be, it doesn't mean it won't be. It's just, it does seem like a more social month for sure. It seems like you're doing really fun things. You're getting together with people, possibly some of you are traveling. If it is, I believe it's the first or second week. You've got a lot of things happening in relationships, possibly visitors coming to your home. You're hearing a lot of new information, news and things like that. It's interesting because the lightning card talked about news, so it seems like it's good news. You know, you've got things kind of lining up timing wise, which is kind of sometimes how life happens. It feels like nothing's happening and then all of a sudden everything happens. But yeah, you got happiness here, money path, new ideas coming in, different opportunities coming in. It does kind of feel like you might even be thinking at certain points in March, like, oh, whoa, slow down, but it's happening. You've got in the fourth week the friendship key. So there's something to do with like the friends and family card could really connect to the fourth week. You could get a friend to ask you to go for coffee or something like that. You know, a friend could connect with you on social media and it could lead to a coffee. The coffee also could represent energy, motivation, you know, having a boost of energy, a little bit of a pick-me-up. You also have the leaf here. Lately, I've been noticing the shape of the leaf and the different pathways and like branches in the leaf. It almost looks like a tree in the leaf. It's just so cool how nature does that, right? Like how a walnut looks like a brain. Like it's just so interesting what you can see. So in this leaf, which would have come off of a tree, you see a tree. Like it's just cool to me. So this could be a friendship branching off this new idea. You could even be making friends to do with some sort of idea, right? You know, you could be kind of taking the lead with something, teaming up with some friends in regards to, you know, some sort of goal or some sort of passion that you have. So that's really cool. But yeah, you've got the friendship. I think someone's asking you to coffee or getting together for coffee with somebody, but very cool. Let's get you some letters and we'll do the pendulum and then that'll be good for today. Let me readjust this here. I love this little house that you chose. I've had that little house since I was little and I'm really thankful that I have it still because I lose things. And it's probably thanks to my mom because she was good at keeping things for me, but I love this little house. You know what's funny about this house is I actually thought it was gone. I thought it was gone for years, and I was at my mom's and she had pulled up this bin of stuff and I was like, oh, I still have it. I put that sticker there, I think. But it's one of my things that makes me the happiest. One of my little belongings that make me happy. Okay, let's see here. So look in the comments for words. I'm not the best at coming up with words. If you're familiar with my channel, you know I usually really do appreciate. Oh, fax is there. It's interesting. Okay, go. Do we have another O? I was going to say go for it. Got so much about time. You had the timing card. Time is... Do we have a W? Probably not. This is what I mean. A lot of times I spell things before I know for sure if there's all of the words, but time is now. You've got dream, team, steam, full steam ahead. Could be somebody you're learning from. Getting something about someone's learned a lesson. Got moth. Let me know what you see. Germ. Germs. So let me know what you see. We'll do the pendulum next. I do always appreciate the word suggestions in the comments. Thank you. So think of a yes or no question. Pause the video if you need to. For sure. Wow. Okay. Cool. Okay, that's pretty cool. So let me know, group 2, if this resonated. I always forget to ask. At group 1, I always forget to tell all the things that I mean to say. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Comment below. It really does help my channel. I do have a Patreon, so if you enjoy me or my readings and you want to support the channel and also receive a new reading every single week, exclusive to Patreon, you can check that out, linked below. But yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Group 3, how are you? If you chose the rainbow, then this is your March 2024 predictions. It's so funny, I almost just called that an umbrella and I almost said February, so both of those are false. We're looking at March and we're looking at a rainbow. So let's see what's going on for you in the month of March. Stay tuned for the end though, because that's where we do the weekly forecast. We've got the letters, we've got numbers for important dates, we have lots. Getting the message to tell you to get outside, get fresh air in March. You're not outside enough, you're not getting enough fresh air. We've got 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. Wow, what a shift. Wow, okay. That's really interesting. I like that with the rainbow, actually. So, okay, let's just start here. We've got lots more cards to get. We've got, of course, charms and everything too. But I am seeing a current situation with work, possibly with finances, however it resonates for you. Something where you're feeling lots of lack is shifting into just the opposite, okay? This couldn't be more opposite. In between, you've got 2 of Cups, so there's a connection taking place. Possibly, look, we've got this cat presenting this cat with a fish, so there's some sort of exchange taking place, possibly. This could be connected with love and this situation, whatever this situation is talking about. This could even be, for you, like a business partnership or a friendship or some sort of relationship, okay, where it's like a mutual exchange. It's leaving you feeling more secure in, you know, in the long run. So let's see what else we get here for you in March. Okay, so what's happening in March? What else is going on in March? If you've been looking for a job, or this could be saying, like, if you're unhappy with a current job, it could be the month to start, you know, handing out resumes at a few different places you might be interested in. This could be talking about possibly a new opportunity that could present itself. If you've been living or unhappy or just feeling frustrated with the current situation, whether it's relationship, I think I'll get into the relationship message because I'm getting something else, but there's a current situation where it's just like, enough is enough. Enough is enough. This card, you know, you can see that they've been, what I love about this card though, is this represents warmth, hope, a solution, assistance, okay? And they've come to the end of this journey, but this card is about lack. It's about something you're feeling like you want, but you currently don't have. So it could even be you've been looking for a long time for a particular, because this can connect to the home. It could be a home or something like that. You could be feeling very burnt out currently with the situation, okay? So this situation is coming to an end though. Now, relationship-wise, I think there's a relationship that's been unfulfilling, okay? And I think you could be meeting somebody new, all right? Or there could, you know, there could be some sort of conversation or something that happens that makes it more reciprocal, but you might need to communicate an area where you've been feeling lack or you've been feeling frustrated, possibly. I'm getting something, there's a relationship where this person isn't fully maybe understanding where you need more. Okay, I feel like your needs aren't being met in a certain connection. So you could be craving more physical touch, for example, right? You could be craving more words of affirmation. You know, you've heard of the love languages, for example, just as an example. You know, you could be craving, you know, more help around the house possibly, or something like that in a relationship. So I think there could be an opportunity for discussion, or possibly even there's some sort of like compromise. You've got forgiveness there. So yeah, there could be a conversation where you're feeling a lot more secure with the direction where things are going. Okay, so I think you've got healthy boundaries here on the bottom. Okay, so let me get more of what's happening in March. So what else is happening in March? What else is going on in March? Someone could be reaching out to you for forgiveness. I feel like someone's been missing you. Okay, there's somebody that's been missing you. They've been craving you. Your intuition knows who this is, but you've been possibly missing them. You could have had some time alone, or they could have had some time alone to think about some things, but I'm getting somebody's missing you. Somebody could reach out for forgiveness or apologize for something. It's up to you whether or not you want to forgive them. I do see a relationship, though, that might be worth saving or worth investing into. But yeah, healthy boundaries keeps popping up. So yeah, I do think that there's a conversation taking place where you're going to need to be clear about your needs, okay, or boundaries, or something that you haven't been happy with. I do think you're going to have an opportunity to express something that you've been missing out on or lacking. Okay, so if it's not that for you, it could be more so a new job, or this could be if you've got like a business, okay, for instance, you could be doing some sort of like partnership or teaming up with somebody and seeing your business shift throughout the month of March and feeling a lot more secure, because this is a feeling of security. It's not necessarily like luxury or, you know, like the 9 of Pentacles, for example. It's more a feeling of like, okay, I have what I need. You know, I have what I need right now. I think a lot of you, this is a relationship though, but of course, take it how it resonates. You know, I did a reading last week where I was getting a lot about a relationship, and I kept referring to the situation in more of like a relationship way. And I noticed a lot of comments being like, this wasn't a relationship for me, but I know exactly what it was. So take, you know, the messages how they resonate for you. But the thing to take away from this is there is a situation that's improving for sure. Okay, so somewhere where you felt you were missing out on something or you needed more, it could be happening. This could be like a raise or something even. I'm getting a situation here where you want somebody to contribute more, either could be financially, but it could also just be emotionally. Like I feel like you've been feeling like you've been putting in a lot of the effort or the work. So I think that's getting resolved in March, okay? So whatever that is for you. March, what's happening in March? Eight of Water. Okay. So yeah, this is really cool. Okay, so 8 of Cups. This is moving on, okay? So in a relationship reading, this can talk about two people committing to the same direction and moving on together. Sometimes it represents walking away, okay? So if that's the case, this could be leaving a relationship that's unfulfilling, one where you feel like misunderstood, you know, you feel like your needs aren't being met, to meeting someone new or opening up to dating. But I am getting, because of forgiveness, I am getting that it's a possibility that if you're watching this, it's you and another person, I guess, being more committed to the same direction, possibly with forgiveness, leaving something in the past, okay? If this is to do with work, this could be you being like, hey, bye, this job, I'm leaving it. Like, I'm not happy here. This could be if a new job is offered to you, you're ready to move in that direction. This person's waiting. They're ready. They're ready for this boat to come in. You know, it looks like some clouds have parted there, so it looks like maybe there was a storm prior to this. It's a little bit wavy here, but they're waiting. They're ready, you know. Yeah, very cool. Group 3. What is happening in March? What's going on in March for Group 3? Target, a goal-oriented person. Yeah, so stay... Okay, I'm getting, if you've got a business, if you've got something you've been working on, so let's just say we'll use the business example. If you've got a business and you feel like, okay, I'm not getting any clients, I'm not getting any views, you know, no one's visiting my website, no one's visiting my page, you know, where are all the customers, or a situation like that. This could be possibly, you know, feeling a little bit more on track or more on target by the end of March, feeling a little bit more secure. Remember that feeling security is important for you, both relationship-wise and then possibly financial or business, something like that. You did choose the rainbow, which is really cool too, because it makes me think of, like with the clouds parting here, the winter storm here, there's a feeling of like improved situation. It's so funny, lately I've been getting weather predictions, which I'm not a weather person, I'm not a meteorologist, but I am getting, because earlier, before I don't know if I said it out loud or if I just thought it, but I'm getting to get outside, so that could just mean weather's improving too where you are. It could warm up. Okay, you've got September being mentioned for some reason. That's very random. Oh, interesting. Yeah. September could have personal significance to you. It could be a birthday month, but we're looking at March. There's some connection between March and September. So that could be personal. A sincere wish will be granted. You've got the beetle, good fortune. You've also got the bull. So do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Okay, so there's a situation where you may need to ask for something, and this person's initial response or whatever this is, it might not be easy at first, okay? This person could be really defensive at first. Okay, if you say, look, this is what I've been feeling, you're having this discussion, the first reaction might be one of defensiveness, okay, with the bull. They could push back. There could be a little bit of pushback. There could be an argument. But this argument could be sort of necessary, okay? I'm seeing that there's a relationship where you've been wanting to say something for a while, or this conversation is long overdue, okay? This conversation needed to happen. I think something possibly could have or it will in March, something could have happened in September too, by the way. This could be connecting to September, something that started in September, something that happened in September that you're finally getting to talk about and possibly move on from. I think with vengeance on the bottom too, I wonder if you tried different ways to get through to this person through maybe being passive aggressive, or maybe there could have been sort of a way that you thought you'd get through to this person, but it didn't work. It just kind of left you both feeling worse. So I think there's a situation where the best way to deal with this is to have a conversation. And I see the conversation going well, okay? I see it going really well. And I think you're going to learn something that you didn't know, okay? I think you're going to learn something. I think they're going to reveal, with true colors on the bottom, I think they're going to reveal something to you that maybe you didn't know. Okay, what just fell out here? Calm, lion's mane mushroom. I love that. Maybe things better in September, and then you hit kind of like a bumpy period of time, because I'm connecting this lion's mane mushroom to the September because of the leaves, right? I like to make connections. So you've got these fall leaves here. So this could have been going on since September. And March is the month where it's like, okay, we're ready. Let's move on from this. Something started in September. Something happened. They did something in September that you've been kind of holding in or feeling frustrated about. I'm going to read that one too. That's number 5. This deck I've been loving. It's the Mushroom Spirit Oracle, but I realized I know nothing about mushrooms. I wasn't thinking I was a mushroom expert, but I didn't realize I didn't know most of the mushrooms that existed. I'll get to these cards too. You've got some good stuff here, group 3. Okay, your cognitive function and nervous system are both intrinsically linked. I hope I'm saying that right. When you are under stress, both are affected. Okay, so this has been affecting all areas of your life, whatever this is. This stress, and that's how it happens. When something else is going on, it can trickle into every single area of your life, your relationships, your home life, your work. Okay, so I'm seeing you're able to move on from something. You're able to leave it behind you. It might be a little bit of a wavy transition or a wavy move forward, but you're still moving forward. This boat could represent 6 of Swords, right? With the boat. When one is calmed, so is the other. So when you're under stress, both are affected. When one is calmed, so is the other. So things are about to, I think, get a lot more comfy for you, comfortable. It is hard to operate at your peak mentally and physically when you are under chronic stress. You may find things harder to do, and you're more likely to make mistakes since your body is in fight or flight mode. So I see that. I see you've been in fight or flight mode. I want to say to you too, you know, you could have reacted a certain way. You might be asking for forgiveness too with something. You know, sometimes we can act sort of out of character when we're under extreme stress or there's different things going on. So that could have also happened. I'm getting the message to tell you, keep communication open. Keep your communication open here. Don't bottle this up. Okay, if you are to make more grounded decisions and perform tasks more effectively, you need to calm your nervous system and take care of yourself. So absolutely, have you been investing enough care, self-care, which is a word we hear all the time, but I think we've learned to ignore it because we hear it so much. So self-care looks different to everyone. I think we hear self-care, we think, oh, bubble bath, that's lovely, but maybe it's not a bubble bath for you. Maybe it's going for a walk. Maybe it's investing more, taking some time off. Maybe it is, what is the thing that recharges you and makes you feel better? Okay, for me, it's like, I like to spend a day with my mom. Like, we like to go to this one antique place. Like, that to me feels amazing. Or like switching up my routine sometimes helps. I was talking recently about how one thing that felt like self-care for me recently is I cleaned my bedroom, like opened up some windows, let some fresh air in. I lit a Fruit Loops scented candle. I put on my show. I, changed the sheets. I had a shower. I did all these things that when you're in this mode feel exhausting to do, and I just kind of pushed myself to do it, and it changed the whole energy. My Gigi, my great grandma, she was just such an inspiration to both me and my mom, and we were very close to her. And she used to say, like, whenever we felt sick, like a cold, flu, she used to say, get up, have a shower, change the sheets, no matter how icky you feel. And it does. It's magic. I don't know. Obviously I'm talking like, I'm being exaggerating, but it does feel that way. Because like whenever I have a cold or a flu, if you just, like, you're laying in bed, you've been sneezing all night, there's Kleenexes piled up, throw them out, get in the shower or have a nice bath, change the sheets, get back in bed, change your pajamas. It's these little things, these self-care things really do help, okay? So I'll move on, but I just think it's important. So take care of yourself. When your body says it's tired, it means it needs rest or nutrition, not caffeine and sugar. Oh my gosh, yeah. So what do you, like there could be things that you're doing sort of like to supplement, I guess. So when you're tired, instead of taking a rest, you're like, oh, I'll just, I'll have this energy drink. So keep that in mind. If you keep adding stimulants, you keep yourself on edge and in fight or flight mode. So yeah, your nervous system right now you need some calm, whatever that is for you. Let's take a breath. Let's take a breath together. I need a breath. I'm like holding in my breath here. I felt like I was starting to talk fast too. You need some time. When you listen to your body and what it needs, you can then understand why you have highs and lows and why you need to look after your nervous system. Where do you hold your tension? Me, it's my jaw and my shoulders. So relax your shoulders, unclench your jaw. Why do you hold your tension? What are your triggers? And what do you do to eliminate and help your body out of stress mode? If you are in a healthy mindset, it is important to look after the nutrition you feed it, the lifestyle and the lifestyle you live and the practices you incorporate. Sustainability is all about pace. Okay, so right now in March, if there's anything you want to change, don't try to do it all at once either, is what I'm kind of getting from that. It has to be sustainable, so little things. So remember the tortoise and the hare. Be the tortoise and pace yourself. Slow and steady wins the race. Don't burn yourself out. So yeah, you're burning yourself out either with work, with a relationship possibly. So I think March is the time to assess and take a close look at these things, okay? In March, you've got a sincere wish being granted. So there's some sort of wish coming true. This could be a financial wish. I'm getting something to do with a house. There's a wish in something to do with a house. You've got the beetle, good fortune. So you're bumping into some sort of good luck. This is creating some sort of wish being granted. And this is a wish that I love that it says, because you've got other wish cards in this deck. This is a sincere wish being granted. So this is something you really want. Either being granted in March or you're on track, okay? You're on target to having this wish be granted. So let me know what you think of this so far. Let's get some love messages here. Your connections seem to be strengthening and solidifying in March. I'm going to do Romance Angels, and I've got another one too. I can find it. Oh yeah, I've got the little mini deck here. We'll get the tarot as well. Okay, so let's do love and relationships. So what is happening in love and relationships in March? What do we need to know? I'll pull a few Romance Angels cards, which I've been loving my Romance Angels. Okay. Love yourself first, absolutely. Deception on the bottom. Okay, I'm getting a lot here right now. Let me just get a few of these. Okay, so there's a situation where I'm going to talk about a few different scenarios here, but there's one situation, take what resonates, which one is for you, but there's one situation where you're like, two people are pulling away from each other. It's like when one would just kind of come forward and say, look, I miss you, or I need a hug, or this is what I need, both would kind of, like, there's almost like a push-pull kind of thing happening here. And I think you've been lying, or somebody's been lying about what they need, or lying might be a strong word, or just not revealing, possibly, okay? You might have been, like, afraid of being needy. I know I feel like this way a lot of times. I'm very, I don't know, I feel like I'm sometimes needy. But the thing is, with the Five of Pentacles, usually when you're feeling needy, it's because you need something, right? Like, I think this is the thing we forget. We have all of this negative kind of connection to the word needy, but when you're needy, it's because you need something. You're lacking something. That's the Five of Pentacles. That's literally what it's about. So whether this is affection, when there's something that you need, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't be needy if you had what it is that you're feeling needy for. I don't know. I just feel like needy is kind of thrown around as like a negative thing, but it means you need something. You're craving something. You've been without something. So I think right now, honesty is going to be your best policy. If there's something you need, express it, talk about it. Also, love yourself first. I think this makes a lot of sense as far as self-care. If someone's not giving you what you need, or if it is a relationship that you are walking away from, you can give yourself all of those things, okay? And I think it's important. You may be walking away from a connection or making that determination, okay? Also, it says your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. If there's something you need from someone, then ask. That's what you need. That's what you require, okay? Stay optimistic about your love life. Don't let this, if it's been something going on since September, don't let it discourage you, okay? It's you know, what are we looking at? September, October, November, December, January, February. So that's like 6 months, right? Is that math correct? September, October, November, December, January, February, March. You're going on 7 months now with this situation. So, you know, that can be discouraging, but stay optimistic. The situation can improve. If you're single, stay optimistic, you know, about your romantic life. Express what you need. If you're meeting someone, let them know right away, look, this is what I need. Don't try to lie or be like, oh, I don't need that, or that's not important to me. Valentine's Day doesn't matter to me. I was just watching a video about that today. You know, I think sometimes we like try to, I don't know, try to kind of put on a, you know, a mask of like, oh, that's not really important to me, but it is. So just be honest right from the beginning. I like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun flirting. Want to date. So you've got some romance blooming. Somebody likes you in March. Somebody's noticing you. Someone could also express to you that they like you. Express your love. Or you could be expressing to someone else, hey, I like you. Like, can we get to know each other? Paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. Ooh, very fun. I think one-on-one time is really important for you in March. Anything else happening in love that we need to know about? What is this? The Chaser, yes. Chaser in a codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issue, yes. I'm feeling kind of called out with this reading, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, Chaser. So you have to figure out what the situation is for you, okay? Because remember, I was getting two distinct situations when it comes to relationships. Either two people working something out, getting sort of on the same page, you know, talking things out. We've got forgiveness, or there's somebody who just won't budge, and you're going to have to possibly see what else is out there. Love yourself first and see what else is out there, because this person might not be being honest. I'm getting these two situations very clearly separate, so it could be that if you chose group 3, there's like equal kind of situations, and I like to communicate both possibilities. But either way, if you're chasing something, remember we talked about the needy thing. If there's something you need and you feel like you're either chasing it or you're not getting it, this is the month to get this figured out, okay? So fear of abandonment issue could be what it is. Like maybe you need more reassurance. Maybe you need more affection. You know, whatever it is for you, I think this is the month to communicate it. And if it's not something that this person can do, you might need to, what the card says, love yourself first and take that 8 of Cups, that boat on the 8 of Cups, and you know, find it elsewhere, because you know, fit it into how the situation fits for you. Absolutely. But okay, let's do some time. More. Oh, my goodness. Okay, you've got the word chaser again. All right. 3rd week, there's something happening with that. You've got the magnet door stuck to the go for a walk. Get outside. Did it? Okay, I really hope I said it out loud because I can't remember, but I think when I started your reading, I said get outside, didn't I? Please tell me I did, because I was thinking it so clearly. Go for a walk, get outside. 2nd week especially, okay? Fresh air right now is going to be important. Okay, let's backtrack to the 1st week here. So 1st week of March, you've got alert. So something right away is getting your attention. Right away, you're wanting to put a stop to something. I'm getting enough is enough. I think I said that earlier, but enough is enough. You've got the shell. This reminds me of like hiding your emotions or sort of going inward. All right, so there may be a need to express. This can make me think of hiding sometimes. So hiding something. You've got the little globe here. This reminds me of just the World card. It can have to do with an end of a cycle, closing a cycle. It can also have to do with travel. You did have sort of like, you know, cards that kind of hinted at travel possibly. What did we have here? We had, yeah, just mainly this one. You know, 8 of Cups in a literal, you know, meaning could mean relocating, moving. So it could be relocating in the 1st week possibly. You've got the little fishing hook here. There's no bait on it, so it's like waiting for something. I don't know, how could we read that? Sometimes it makes me think of patience. To me, it's kind of like something took the bait, and then, because you know how that'll happen when you're fishing, something will take the bait, and then it runs off with the bait. Like, I don't know, I don't fish, but you know what I mean. You know, I don't know fishing lingo, but you've got, this is like the Wheel of Fortune. This also represents something happening behind the scenes. I was feeling like somebody maybe holding something back a little bit. Into the 2nd week, you've got the acorn. So this is new beginnings. This is potential for something to grow, possibly. It does sort of make me think of September again. Because the lion's mane had those leaves, and then September had the leaves, and then the acorn's making me think of... Anyways, okay, so yeah, the acorn, this is new beginnings. This could be a good week to start something, begin something, get outside, go for a walk, get outside into nature. You've got the pot of gold here. So this could be where the more security feeling, if it's more financial for you, could come in. You've got some assistance or encouraging you to ask for assistance in the 2nd week. You also have the little fairy here with the lock. This is about dreams, imagination, inner child. Okay, so however that resonates for you. It's making me think of imagination today for some reason. Imagination, creativity. Into the 3rd week, we've got that word chaser again. You've got a tantalizing prospect will come your way. That's interesting. Maybe something you've been chasing, a dream you've been chasing. You could, like, some opportunity could come up in the 3rd week. You've got the scissors, so there's something you're wanting to cut out. I've got 2 scissors. I've got one that are closed, one pair that's closed, and one pair that's open. So this is something you're wanting to cut out or release. You've got the ice cream cone. This is simply enjoy yourself. Do something fun in the 3rd week. Go for ice cream. Treat yourself. Do something fun. You've got a little bit of inner child messages kind of sprinkled throughout here. That could be where you need to be replenished as well. You could have been like, things could have just been like all work. You're feeling burnt out. I think we saw a burnout card earlier. Vacation. Some of you could be going on vacation. I just saw like a cute ice cream shop in a new little town. Is there a little getaway you can plan, maybe even for later in the year? Maybe September, right? You've got the September card. You've got the bird. Oh, free bird's coming in. Free bird, yeah. I don't know the words. Anyways, free bird is coming in. So freedom, perspective, I'm really getting perspective here. It's making me think of this bird just really got released from a cage. Okay, this bird just got out of a cage. You set yourself free, possibly. You set yourself free from a chasing dynamic. You've got week 4 here. You've got the purse. So again, you've got a lot of abundance in the 2nd and 4th week. This could be feeling like a financial situation's improving with your 5 of Pentacles, your 10 of Pentacles. You're keeping a close eye on finances, possibly. You could be setting some sort of budget. You've definitely got something about something becoming clearer or easier to see or understand. You've got the DNA strand looking closer at possibly yourself, looking closer at yourself, looking into yourself possibly. More imagination here with the unicorn. This also represents you being your unicorn. You're unique, you're rare, you're special. Act accordingly. You've got turtle spirit. Slow down, take your time. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady results. You've got the umbrella. This can represent protection. Okay, protecting yourself. You've also got the, I was thinking one-on-one time. This is the 2 little, oh, someone told me in the comments what they were and I already forget. Prairie dogs. But they're in a cave. This always reminds me of like one-on-one time, together time, 2 of Cups, 2 people just wanting to retreat and just kind of be together. So very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Let's get you some dates and then we'll do letters and the pendulum, and then that'll be good for today. I'll try to get this uploaded ASAP. Okay, you've got the 15th, the 12th twice, okay. The 15th, 12th. I'm going to read you number 12 from my angel book. I'm going to read you number 12. Support. When you take the next step, you are not alone. Absolutely. 2nd week especially, okay? Life has sent you new opportunities, and now is the time to embrace them with the faith that you will be supported. The things that come your way are for your own highest good. Reflect on how you've been helped by unseen forces in your life. Okay, so it was rejection, protection possibly. Sit in profound realization of how support comes in many forms. Okay. Very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, let's get you some letters. And then we'll do the pendulum, and then that'll be good. And if you haven't already, consider liking and subscribing. Oh, there we go. Okay. So let me just flip these over here. And then I will let you take a look before I start moving them. Okay. So look in the comments too. There's always really great suggestions. Let me just flip them upright so you can see them better. And have fun. Initials, names, words sometimes. You've got the word can, always, and he. Someone thinks you'll always be there. Someone thinks you will always be there, but will you? Okay. All right. I'm seeing web. I'm seeing arrive. I'll let you, if you need to pause, feel free to do so because I'm going to start moving them around. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing arrive. I'm seeing BJ. I'm seeing, yeah, there could be names. There could be, always be song. Always be my baby. Always be. Always be there. Yeah, earlier I was saying someone thinks she'll always be there, but that might not be the case. Or maybe it will. Maybe it is the case. I don't know. He will be there. I know we're missing an L, but always will be, always be there. Cat, hero, east, believe, always believe. Always believe in yourself. Okay, let's do your pendulum. Look in the comments for word suggestions though. There's always fantastic help in the comments. Okay, I just lost the... You know, there's a situation where you and another person are going to have to determine whether it's worth, you know, sticking with it, I guess, okay? But then once you do, you have to fully commit to going in that direction, okay? Because I feel like there's a lot of back and forth happening. Okay, group 3, you can pause and think of a yes or no question. Take your time. Try again. Could represent trying again with somebody. You got a yes. Okay. So let me know what you think, group 3. If you enjoyed this, I'd love to have you stick around, subscribe, hit that subscribe button and the bell button so you're notified. Otherwise, YouTube really doesn't notify you unless you hit the bell. And then like this video if you enjoyed it. You can check out my Patreon if you enjoy my videos to support the channel. And you'll also receive an exclusive video every single week. So I hope you enjoyed this. We will see you next time.